Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India Quick News. Coming up over the next few minutes is your weekly snapshot to all the latest from the world of automobiles. But before we begin, do hit subscribe to the Autocar India channel and press the bell icon to stay notified on all our latest uploads. Over a year after it was last on sale, the Q5 has made a comeback in the Audi India lineup. One of Audi's models that was temporarily dropped over the transition from BS4 to BS6 emission standards last year is back on sale in its facelifted avatar. The Q5 facelift has been priced at 58.93 lakh rupees ex-showroom for the Premium Plus variant and 63.77 lakh rupees for the technology trim. The SUV has received subtle changes such as a larger and wider hexagonal grille up front with vertical chrome strips, redesigned headlights with a new LED light signature and a redesigned front bumper. There are new 19-inch S-design alloy wheels on the sides and the rear is marked by a reprofiled bumper as well as redesigned LED taillights that are now connected by a brushed aluminum strip. The cabin gets minimal changes including a larger 10.1-inch touchscreen unit. The technology variant adds in a 19-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium 3D surround sound system among other features. The refreshed Q5 also gets 8 airbags along with ABS, EBD and traction control. In line with Audi's move away from diesels, the Q5 is now a petrol-only model. The SUV comes powered by a 2-litre 4-cylinder TFSI turbo petrol engine that develops 249 horsepower and 370 Nm of peak torque. The engine comes mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system coming as standard. The Audi Q5 facelift goes up against the Mercedes-Benz GLC, BMW X3, Volvo XC60 and the Land Rover Discovery Sport in India. The second-generation Suzuki S-Cross made its global debut earlier this week. Here are the details. The new S-Cross is largely identical in size to the current version we are familiar with and is still very much a crossover in its stance. However, Suzuki has seemingly added some SUV-ness to the look with elements like a larger and more pronounced piano black grille as well as a silver skid plate below. On the sides, there are 17-inch dual-tone alloy wheels, chunky body cladding around the wheel arches and a rising window line towards the rear, which gets wrap-around tail lamps connected by a black strip and an integrated roof spoiler. Like the front, the rear bumper too features a silver skid plate and also comes finished in black body cladding. Inside, there is a new dashboard with a large, freestanding 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system taking center stage. While the instrument cluster is new, Suzuki has carried over switchgear on the steering wheel and climate control system from the outgoing model. Feature additions include a 360-degree camera, leather upholstery and panoramic sunroof. The new S-Cross also gets ADAS features such as blind spot monitoring and adaptive cruise control. The second-generation Suzuki S-Cross is underpinned by an updated version of the Suzuki Global C platform and in international markets continues to come powered by the 1.4-litre booster jet petrol engine that produces 127 horsepower and 235 Nm of peak torque. The engine in the new model also gets a 48-volt mild hybrid system and comes mated to a 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic gearbox. In European markets, the S-Cross is also offered with Suzuki's all-grip all-wheel drive system. Maruti Suzuki hasn't confirmed if and when the new S-Cross will make it to India, but we'll be interested to know if you'd be interested in one. Let us know in the comment section below. Maruti Suzuki is readying a new SUV for India in the form of the next generation Brezza. The second generation version of the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza compact SUV is in the making and we have learned that it is going to get an all-new look, a more upmarket cabin and a long feature list. The changes start with the name itself. The new model is expected to be called just the Brezza, dropping the Vitara prefix in the name. In terms of design and styling, the 2022 Brezza will sport a whole new look but will retain the boxy shape that buyers like. The big upgrade will be inside the cabin. A new dashboard featuring a freestanding touchscreen is confirmed and in a first for Maruti Suzuki India, the new Brezza will come with a sunroof on top variants. In terms of powertrain, the second generation Brezza will likely continue with the same 1.5-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine that produces 105 horsepower and 138 Nm of peak torque. The engine will feature a mild hybrid system and is likely to retain its 5-speed manual and 4-speed torque converter automatic transmission options with introduction of paddle shifters in the high-end automatic trims. The second generation Brezza is expected to be launched in India by August 2022. The Škoda Slavia took all the limelight last week and for this week we have an update on the facelifted Kodiaq SUV. Škoda Auto India has confirmed that the Kodiaq facelift will be launched in India in January 2022. The SUV was discontinued during the transition from BS4 to BS6 emission norms in April last year. With the facelift, the Kodiaq gets changes such as a more upright grille, reprofiled bumpers and updated LED matrix headlights with a new design. On the inside, while there will be the new 2-spoke steering wheel, the refreshed Kodiaq will continue to feature a digital instrument cluster, touchscreen and ambient lighting. The facelifted Kodiaq will make a shift from diesel to petrol power and will be offered solely with a 190 horsepower 2-litre 4-cylinder TSI engine mated to a 7-speed DSG and all-wheel drive system as standard. Kia has revealed the latest version of its popular crossover, the Niro, at the 2021 Seoul Motor Show. The new Niro gets a two-tone paint scheme, rugged 4x4 inspired design cues and a new version of Kia's Tiger Nose grille. It also gets boomerang-shaped rear light clusters. The new cabin is finished with recycled materials and gets an asymmetrical design for the center console and dashboard. There is an electronic gear shift dial and ambient lighting as well. The new Niro will be offered with hybrid, plug-in hybrid and pure electric powertrains. However, the crossover will remain separate from Kia's EV badge bespoke electric cars and will not use Hyundai Group's eGMP platform. The all-electric Niro is likely to continue with the long-range 454 km 64 kWh version from the existing e-Niro. The second generation Niro is expected to land on the Indian shores in an all-electric form in 2023 through the CKD route. And coming to two-wheelers now, let's give you the big updates from the EICMA 2021 International Motor Show. First up is an all-new concept from Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield has taken the wraps of the SG650 concept motorcycle at EICMA 2021. The concept previews the new 650cc cruiser that is set to launch in a few months. The motorcycle sports a brushed aluminum finishing with black colorway and a digital graphics scheme. It gets a round headlight with integrated position lights and a cowl that extends at the top to cover the instrument cluster. Towards the side, the fuel tank houses the RE logo finished in blue and the tail section sees a chopped fender. It gets a USD fork up front and twin shock absorbers at the rear. These elements are likely to make their way into the upcoming 650cc cruiser from Royal Enfield. The concept features the same parallel twin engine as in the Interceptor and Continental GT650. It produces 47 horsepower and 52 Nm of peak torque. Royal Enfield has also showcased the limited run Interceptor and Continental GT650 120th year anniversary editions. The bikes will be limited to just 480 units and will be distributed as 120 units each for India, Europe, Americas and Southeast Asia. While there are no mechanical differences, the motorcycles feature a black chrome color scheme and handcrafted brass tank badges that represent Royal Enfield's 120-year journey. Other changes include blacked out elements such as the engine and silencer. While registrations have begun, the limited edition motorcycles will be available only through an online sale on December 6th. The company hasn't revealed the prices of the two motorcycles either. Benelli has introduced the TRK 800 Adventure Tourer. It carries a familiar yet evolved version of the 502's design with elements such as a full LED headlamp, a 22-litre fuel tank and a 7-inch TFT instrument cluster. It gets a different release frame compared to the TRK 500 and suspension parts include a USD fork up front and monoshock at the rear. The bike has a ground clearance of 211 mm and a seat height of 834 mm. The TRK 800 comes powered by the 754cc liquid-cooled inline twin-cylinder engine doing duty on the Leoncino 800. It produces 76.2 horsepower and 67 Nm of peak torque. The engine comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox with a slip and assist clutch. And that's all the news we have this week. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next week with more news and more scoops from the exciting world of automobiles. Till then, keep enjoying Autocar India.